just a camera. I'm home by myself. No one's gonna judge me. No one's gonna judge me to talking to a camera. Okay. Hello everyone and welcome to my very first YouTube video. I am so excited. This has been something I've been wanting to start for a while, and just this past weekend I finally decided to go for it. So here I am. Welcome to a Wine Wednesday and makeup. Get ready with me. So we're gonna start off by tasting a new wine that I have not tried before. So I hope that you all also bought a bottle of wine to sip on while you're watching me. But today we're going to taste the Sweet Bitch Moscato Rosé. I have had the Sweet Bitch regular Moscato, but this one's pink. I'm inspired by this bottle, so we will be doing a pink makeup look. And I really haven't tried many rosés, so we're gonna see how this is, if we like it. Ooh. It's so hard to open. Oh, there we go. Ooh. Ooh, smells really good. This is a champagne glass, so don't come at me, but my wine glasses are plastic and black, so you can't see through them. Ooh, it's bubbly. I like that. It's very champagne-y like. I may accidentally drink the whole thing while I'm doing my makeup. We'll see. Depends on how good it is. Again, it smells really good. It kind of tastes like bubblegum, which I'm not a fan of bubblegum flavored anything, but this is actually really, really good. All right, so off to a good start. We'll get into the makeup now. So I'll be using a couple different palettes today. I usually try to stick to one palette, but the look I want today, there's not quite the colors I need in one palette. So we're gonna be using two. We're gonna be using the Exotic Pop palette. It's got plenty of shades. I'm only gonna be using one shade out of it today, so. And then the other palette I'm gonna be in most of the time is my Morphe 35C Everyday Chic palette. I really love this palette, but I haven't gotten a chance to use it very much. But yeah, we'll go ahead and start with the face. I like to start with foundation. I like to mix two foundations. For the majority of it, I like to use the Maybelline Fit Me Dewy Plus Smooth foundation. And I always dump it on the back of my hand. And then I go in with a pump or two of the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Hydrating Foundation. It's a little light for me, so I just put a couple of drops in there, but I like the coverage that it gives. So then I mix together and I'm gonna apply that on the face. So I am so excited to finally have just pulled the trigger and made a YouTube video, or YouTube channel. It's been something I've been wanting to do for a long time, but I was like, you know, everybody's into being a YouTuber, and I didn't want to be like everybody else, but deep down, I'm just a basic bitch, so it was gonna happen. But I watch a lot of Bailey Sarian videos, and she really kind of is my true inspiration for creating my YouTube channel, because she does it so differently. I mean, I don't know if you guys know who Bailey Sarian is, but totally recommend subscribing to her channel. She does Murder Mystery Makeup Mondays, and then she posts like regular Get Ready With Me videos on Saturdays. But I just love watching her videos. She does makeup, but puts a twist to it to where it makes her channel interesting. So I was like, well, what can I do to make my videos different than everybody else's? And really got to thinking about it, and I was like, well, I love wine. I post wine tasting videos on my Snapchat, and I've had people be like, oh, you should keep doing these are great, these are funny. And so I was like, why not just mix the two? I'll try a new wine and do my makeup. So I'm really excited to kind of get started. It's definitely been a long time coming. I like to put the foundation under my chin a little bit and down on my neck because I don't want to have just a line of foundation. I kind of just like to blend it down onto my neck. I was told that I don't drink wine correctly. As a joke, of course. But at the same time, like, just a disclaimer, I am not a professional wine taster. Not even close. I just like to taste wine because it's fun. I don't know the right way to taste it, the right way to smell it, the right way to swirl it. I'm not into that. I just drink it because it's fun. It makes me feel sexy, if you know what I mean. And so, like, if I don't like a wine, you're gonna know, because I cannot help the noises and the faces that I make when I try a wine that I don't like. Next, I'm going to move on to my eyebrows. I always do my eyebrows differently. Sometimes I use soap to make them bigger, but I don't feel like doing that today. So I'm just gonna go basic with my, I don't remember what brand this is because it's worn off. I've had it for years and it's broken. I still like it. But I use this dark powder right here. I prefer powder over creams and pomades because I just don't like my eyebrows to feel stiff. I know that holds it in place, but it's just my personal preference. I always start in the middle and then go out to make it darker on the side, and then whatever excess I have left over on my brush, I then move to the front because I want the front to be very faint, kind of a nice fade from light to dark. I am so glad that the weather is finally getting nice again. That weather that we've had the last 2 weeks was just really getting to me. I kind of say that I have seasonal depression because when the weather gets really cold and like I'm stuck inside, I get really depressed. And starting at the end of last week, I was just getting, you know, not motivated. I was just not there. And it definitely was the weather, because at work we've just been sitting in the office because we don't have groups. It's too cold. And we just don't want to have the kids out in the cold like that. And so we were just sitting in the office, and that was kind of getting to me, being home and cooped up, not being able to do anything. It was just miserable. And it was starting to get to me. I wasn't eating. But then finally yesterday, Saturday, it was nice. I went out to my mom's house and helped with some horse stuff. And then we went to Salina and ate lunch with my sister and my nephew and niece and my brother-in-law, and it was just really awesome. It was something I definitely really needed, and I'm doing a lot better today. I feel a lot better, so I'm excited for the weather to warm up because I'll be a lot better mentally. So next we're going to move on to our eyes. I always like to save my face for last. I feel like it's the finishing touch type deal. But I'm going to start off with some eye primer. I like to use the NYX pigment primer. And I'm going to take a flat brush, and I'm just going to put a tiny bit on my lid. don't want to use too much. The other day I accidentally put way too much on. Not cute. And then I'm just gonna spread it around my lid. For the most part, I use a lot of drugstore makeup. I do have some name, like expensive name brand, like Morphe, stuff like that. I do have some of that stuff. But most of the expensive makeup that I have, I got in a BoxyCharm. Because I'm a broke bitch. I can't afford that stuff. So BoxyCharm was the way to go. But for the most part, I just try to stay with drugstore makeup because there is really awesome drugstore makeup out there. And makeup is so expensive. So it's like, I want to be able to have a channel where people feel like they can come to me because I use products that you can get anywhere, instead of, oh, she has Too Faced and that's so expensive. Like, I try to just do drugstore. But I occasionally, I mean, like I said, I have a Morphe. This was one thing I treated myself with because I loved it so much. Okay, so next we're gonna move on to the eyes. I got some new brushes in my very last BoxyCharm in February. And they're so cute. You think they're just like, oh, cute, clear, but they have little hearts in them that move. Freaking precious. But otherwise, I do have brushes that look like this. It came with a ton of brushes, and I got them off Amazon for like 20 bucks. So there is good brushes out there that are very inexpensive. Amazon is a great place to go for brushes. Just always read the reviews, people. All right, so we're gonna dip right into this palette. I am going to, I'm gonna start off with the color Fashionably Late, which is right here. We're just gonna take a fluffy brush. I'm cleaning it off, sorry. And we're just gonna dip into that shade and just go right in the crease and kind of blend it up onto the brow bone. Like I said, I'm kind of inspired by the bottle that I bought today, bottle of wine. So we're gonna go for a light pink look. But anyway, back to BoxyCharm. I was so sad that I had to stop subscribing to their monthly boxes because I have to be an adult and budget. It was pretty it was like 27 bucks a month. No big deal, but you know, me and my husband, we're just starting off in our new house, and I'm having to pay more bills now than I've ever had to pay. So just that little thing is gonna save me almost 30 bucks a month. But I'm trying to get the Bite Invisalign type stuff. My teeth have kind of moved since I got braces. I was bad about wearing my retainer, and so I'm trying to save and budget for that. I canceled all my monthly subscriptions. I had FabFitFun, I had BoxyCharm, I had a Geek Gear box where I got Harry Potter everything, and I freaking loved it, but gotta prioritize some other things right now. Which overall, it's going to save me about $150 a month. So that's a lot if you think about it. But it was a responsible choice, even though I'm not happy about it. I hate being an adult. I hate paying for stuff. If you have trouble blending your makeup, I really suggest, because a lot of people hold their brushes up here, and then when they go like this, it's just so heavy-handed, and that's what makes it not blend as nice. And so I suggest holding it down at the bottom because you don't apply as much pressure when blending. Okay, I am going to dip into my exotic palette for that one color. Ooh, what color was I gonna use? I think it was cherry. Okay, so we're gonna go into the shade Cherry. Into the shade Cherry with that same brush. And we are just going to pop that on the outer corner and blend it into our crease. Very light-handed. And we're gonna blend that all the way into the inner corner through the crease. Very, very lightly. So put most of the shade out here and then blend for a while and then move in, because that's what's gonna give it that nice fade. And then I'm gonna just start kind of connecting that and going under the lash line to give it that nice round look. I am blending it up to my brow just a little bit with barely any product on there, just to kind of help blend it out nicer. Makeup takes patience, people, because the blending process takes forever. Gotta be patient with it. I know when I'm finished editing and everything, I know this video isn't gonna be super great quality because I am using my phone. I'm sure there's background noise and whatnot, but who knows? If this is something that I really get into and people really enjoy, then I'll try to invest in actual studio-like electronics, like a camera, because I just have my ring light right here, but there needs to be more lighting coming from the sides. So eventually we'll get there if you guys enjoy this stuff. So definitely let me know in the comments if you enjoy this and you want me to keep making more content. Also, I was told that you're not supposed to chug wine. You're supposed to sip on it. But we're not here for that. We like to chug here. Alrighty then. Okay, so now that we have our pink shade on, I'm gonna dip back into the Morphe Everyday Chic palette, and we're gonna stay in this palette for the rest of the time, the rest of the look. So I'm next going to go in with a small crease brush. I don't know names of brushes, okay? But we're going in with this brush. And I am going to dip into just a little bit of this dark brown here. And we are just placing that on the outer corner. It's always better to go really light and then to add on top of that, because you can always add, but you can't take away. I've learned that many times. Because I'm like, oh, it takes too long. And I am packing it in the outer crease just a little bit to give it more of like a rounded effect. But we're not gonna go very far in at all. We're just trying to kind of shadow this out a little bit. Like a smoky eye a little bit, I don't know. So from there, I'm gonna take just this fluffy blending this fluffy blending brush, and I'm just gonna blend that inwards very lightly. And then I'm gonna go back in with this one and add just a little more, and I'm gonna keep doing that until I get the desired look. Okay, so now that we have the desired amount of smokiness, we are gonna go in with a shimmer shade. So I'm gonna go in with this cute little Harry Potter brush, It's just got a rounded tip. I'm going to dip into this magenta type pink here. And I'm just gonna pat this in the middle until about there. And I'm just gonna keep packing it in there until I get the desired shimmer. So once you have that shade where you like it, I'm just gonna clean off the brush a little bit, use the same brush, and in the inner corner, I'm gonna go in with this beautiful pink shade right there. And that shade is actually called Melt Hearts. Romantic. Ooh, that is precious. So after you have finished placing all the shimmer where you want it, I'm gonna go back in with this fluffy blending brush, and I'm just going to very subtly blend these two shades together. I don't wanna rub too much because shimmers tend to kind of lose their shine as you start to blend them out. So I'm more just so patting than instead of like brushing it. I'm doing a tiny light brush stroke, but not much. Okay. The last shadow that I'm gonna add to the eye is shade Cheers to You. I'm using a Morphe M433 brush, and I'm just gonna put a little bit on there, and I'm going to put this in the very inner corner and kind of connect it underneath to add a pop of highlight on the inner corner. Next, I'm going to go in with a white pencil liner and put this in my waterline. This is from ColourPop. It's their cream gel liners. I like to use white because I feel like it really opens up the eyes and kind of makes them appear bigger. And who doesn't want big eyes? Now, before I add mascara and lashes, I'm going to put a thin line of eyeliner on just to kind of help blend the lashes together. Eyeliner is so hit and miss for me. I feel like if one eye looks good, then the other is not. I feel like that's just how life works. I'll drink to that. So next I'm going to apply a thin layer of mascara and lashes. I'm gonna do that off camera and I'll be right back. Lashes are very frustrating to put on, especially if you're not used to putting them on. But be patient with yourself. If you have to, say a few choice words and drink a bottle of wine, and then you're good. But don't shed any tears because you'll make your makeup run. So now that our eyes are completed, we are going to finish our face. So I like to go in next with a cream contour. I actually just bought a new cream contour today from Dollar General, and it is the Believe Beauty, same brand as the eyelashes. This is a brand that I feel like is fairly new to Dollar General. I haven't seen it very often, or maybe I just don't pay attention. I don't know. But so far I've used their lipsticks, their lip liners, their eyelashes, and I'm about to try this. And so far, I love it. It's super cheap. There's nothing more than $5 there, and it's good quality makeup. So go to Dollar General and get yourself some of this makeup. I'm gonna use the dark end, and I am just going to draw a line from the top of my ear down. I'm gonna curve it up just a little bit. Now, before you go and contour and put it in places that I just did, make sure you go online and kind of look at different face shapes and how to contour with different face shapes, because when I first started contouring, I was contouring the same as someone who has a really narrow, like long face, and it just didn't work for mine because I have more of an oval type shape. So there's a lot of good resources online, Pinterest, Google, wherever, that help you figure out how to contour according to your face shape. Next, I'm gonna go in with my dampened beauty blender and I'm just gonna blend that out. I use the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Creamy Concealer. And a lot of people, when they do concealer, they create like a triangle shape. If you do that, it's fine, because there is no wrong way to do makeup. So I'm not trying to tell you that you're doing it wrong, but I've learned from experience that if you just put it in the inner corner and then you go up like this, it's going to brighten here because it'll blend in, and then this is going to pull your face up, kind of like you have a lift without paying the money for it. A lot of people have different types of sponges to use for different stuff, but I'm lazy and I just use the same one. So go back in with the beauty blender or a brush, whatever you prefer, and blend all that out. Next, I'm going to set my concealer. I don't really like to bake or set my whole face because my face is very dry, and so sometimes powder will make my skin look drier, and it will dry out my skin. And so I'm just going to take a brush and take just the tiniest bit and just dab it on the spots that I put concealer, because I want to get rid of that shine, but I don't want to make my skin look dry. So I just pat it and I don't let it stay. Some people will put it on, let it stay, and then wipe it off. It's however your skin works, but for me personally, it works best to just do this. So once you have finished with your setting powder, I'm gonna go in with the Phase Zero Trio Pack. It's got bronzer, a shimmery blush, and then a regular brush. I'm just gonna go in and use the bronzer. And I'm just gonna put it on the same exact spots that I put the liquid contour. Very light-handed so you don't put it on too much. And when I'm putting bronzer on, I like to go towards my hairline. Even up on my forehead, I brush it towards my hairline. Because if you go down, you don't want to get it in this zone, because you want this zone to stay highlighted. Or brightened, I should say. So once you are finished with your bronzer, I'm gonna go in with some blush. This is the Alamar Cosmetics Color Blush Trio. I use the middle shade, the pink, and instead of rubbing it on, I dab it on. And I like to do a little smile when I put blush on so that I can see the balls of my cheeks, because that's where I want to place my blush. I also love the rosy nose look, so I'm just going to take that same blush and dab it on my nose and blend it out to my cheeks. And then I like to add just a tiny bit to my chin to kind of give my chin some color. Not a lot. I'm going to go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Moonchild highlight palette. And we are going to go in with the shade Pink Heart. So it's white, but then when it hits the light, it's got a pink tint to it. So I'm going to take the Morphe brush and I'm just going to dab that a little bit and put it under my brow to kind of lift the brow. Oof. I'm going to take that same brush and I'm going to put it in the bridge of my nose and on the very tip. Next, I'm going to go in with my fan brush and put it on the high points of my cheeks. I also like to add some to my Cupid's bow. We got close that time. There. That did absolutely nothing. What the fuck? No, my page. Oh. I was opening it on the wrong part. Ew. Just was opening it on the wrong part. That's neat. I'm really bad. I throw all my trash on the floor and then it takes me weeks to clean it up. Okay, so I'm just checking the shade out. I'm trying to decide between two shades real quick. I want to go with a nude lip and then add a colored gloss to it. This is like a brownish, pinkish nude. It's the shade Moroccan Spice. It's pretty. And this one is called Soft Rose. What the freak of fracker? Okay. This is called Soft Rose. I like that. I think I'm gonna go with the Desert Rose. Oops, Soft Rose, my bad. I've heard, and I'm not gonna say whether I've tested this theory or not, but they say if you want to find the perfect nude shade, you just gotta match it to your nipples. Not saying I've tried it, but that's just what they say, you know? We're good. So we're going in with the Soft Rose. See, so far I absolutely love this Believe Beauty. Their lipsticks are so soft. They're almost like chapstick feeling, and that's what I like. I don't like lipsticks that make my lips feel dry, and I do not like matte lip stains, lipsticks, lip glosses. Well, gloss isn't matte. But anyway, I don't like matte. It just, my lips are naturally dry, just like my skin, and so I avoid anything and everything matte. But see, this shade is really, really pretty. And it's got that shine to it, but I am gonna add a little bit of gloss on top. It's kind of a nudish, pinkish gloss. Ooh. And this gloss is the Rimmel. I know how to say it any other time, but Rimmel Stay Glossy. They have so many shades. I got it at Walmart. They have some just like clear ones, but they also have glosses that add like a little bit of a tint of color, and that's why I like this one, because it adds just like a little bit of a reddish pinkish tint, because I don't like bold lips on myself. I know I post a lot of stuff in red lips, but even then I'm a little uncomfortable with that, but I'm trying to branch out. I'm trying to be more comfortable in bold colors, bold eyeshadow colors. So yeah, but anyway, so all right, so this is the finished look for today. Again, I was inspired by my Sweet Bitch Moscato Rosé wine, and so we went with the pinkish color, nude lip. I really love this look. It's very pretty. I don't do bold makeup very often, and to me this isn't that bold, but I don't know. But yeah, this was a great look for my first video. I hope you all enjoy it. Please leave comments down below if you have any wines that you want me to try. I don't like dry wines, and I don't like bitter wines. I like sweet wines. So if you have any suggestions for wines, please list them down below. If you have any questions about any product of the products that I used that maybe I forgot to mention, again, just comment. Please like and subscribe this video, and thank you for watching. Bye!